Hello guys again. In this video we are going to cover variadic functions in Golang. So these are type of functions where we can pass any number of arguments. Okay, so up to now we have seen whenever we define a function, we have seen like we were defining exact number of parameters it is receiving and exact number of values it is returning. Okay, so but in Golang we have a concept called variadic functions. In these functions we can define any number, we can accept any number of arguments. That is like it can be dynamically okay, so we don't have to define from the starting at the time of definition, writing the definition of function. At that time we don't have to write like the number of parameters it is receiving. So for that concept we have something called the three dots. Okay, so using these three dots we tell the Golang compiler that this function can receive any number of times at any number of parameters. Okay, so we will see first a simple example. So here is a main function, here is a variadic function we have created. In this in the parameters section you have seen like we have created a variable, and after that we have given this three dot 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 and comma string. That means we can expect any number of string values from this function. Okay, so basically what it is happening, whatever values we are passing from the calling side of this function, it will receive as an array of those numbers. Okay, so since it is an array we can access using indexing. Okay, using indexes we can access the values. So here you have seen in this example we are passing 4 string values, and here we are printing some of the indexes values. Okay, so here we'll see same similar example here. So here you have you can see we are passing different number of parameters to the same function, and it is receiving all of them and printing. It will print like this. Okay, but one thing you have to keep in your mind while writing a variadic function is if this function is expecting suppose 2 or at least 1 it is expecting, at that time you have to always check whether the receiving parameters contains any value, that required number of values or not. Otherwise you will face the index out of range error you will get. Okay, on the runtime. So here if you suppose in this example we were printing s of 3. Okay, so if you see in this case, if we try to print s of 3 in these two cases, it will not print, of course. Okay, so here also it will not print. Okay, so in those cases you have to first check whether the received parameters are required or not, like sufficient number of parameters we have received or not. Okay, so in that case you have to check those things. Okay, then we will see next one more example. So that is not necessary, we will we can only have only one parameter of this kind. We can like define any fixed number of parameters also with this variadic parameters. Okay, so here this is a good example where we can see this string is compulsory. After this string we can get any number of parameters. So if you will not pass anything also, then also it will be fine, but at least one parameter, one string parameter you have to pass. Okay, so after that we can access and calculate those values using like it's an array. I already told it's an array. You can range over that, not an issue, and you can access it. Okay, we will see one more example here. In this case we have seen like after these three dots we are writing some kind of data type. Okay, here it is int. Earlier we have seen it was string. So we are saying like we are receiving any number of parameters, but those parameters are of same type. Okay, but here we have a concept called interface, empty interface. Using that we can say like we can receive any number of parameters of any type. Okay, this also we can do using this empty interface. We will see this interface in a coming videos what it is, and it will be great. That time we will see those things. So here it is simply it is saying it can, this function can receive any number of parameters of any type. Okay, so here you can see like that they have received and they have printed. Okay, so that was all for this video. We'll see next